Golf News RI presents the Golf Dudes Podcast. Here are the dudes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Golf Dudes Podcast. Joe Calabro here, and I'm joined by Rich Cappalli, as always, almost always. Rich, how you doing today, buddy boy? Good to see you today.
Good to see you too, Joe. Just watching a little bit of the Tour Championship and just reveling in the news that we got this morning. We'll get into that a little bit later, but other than that, it's been a good day. Just scouring the web for some content as usual.
Yeah, as usual. Rich is a big content guy. He scours the web for content on a nightly basis.
Yeah, and not always golf content, I guess, but
still
content.
So a big programming announcement coming up later in the show. We'll get to that. Should be pretty exciting stuff. It's going to be interesting for sure, to say the least. But first, we should tell you that the Golf News Podcast is brought to you by Linkstrings. Linkstrings is best known for their transfusion in a can. The transfusion is vodka, ginger ale, and grape juice all mixed up into one refreshing beverage. Linkstrings has two relatively new flavors, the front nine and the back nine, featuring orange juice and cranberry juice respectively. So check out Linkstrings at liquor stores and country clubs near you. They're in about 20 clubs in Rhode Island, including Wanamatami, Laurel Lane, Meadowbrook, and a few others as well. So
they got it at Meadowbrook?
Yeah, they're in Meadow. So
nice.
So check out those check out Linkstrings. They're in a bunch of liquor stores as well. So check out our friends at Linkstrings. And so there's that. So thanks to Linkstrings for their support. Obviously lots going on. Again, programming announcement coming later in the show regarding next week. And I'm sure half of you can probably guess what it is, but whatever.
Such a surprise.
Yeah. If you follow the golf world, you probably can guess it, figure it out. But anyways, lots to get to. We have Q School going on as we speak, which apparently is pretty easy. I'm not sure what all the stress was about, but both Davis Chatfield and Chris Francoeur, obviously Francoeur, former URI star, are poised to make it through to stage one of Q School. They're both winning their respective tournaments, and they, barring an epic disaster, it would have to be, I mean, an epic disaster. They're going to be through to stage one. So
something that we're capable of.
Yeah, I mean, we could blow us, but I don't think they will. So that's good news for them. Obviously, stage one takes place in a couple of weeks. Obviously, Will Dixon, our boy, is already through to stage one because he made the cut at a Corn Ferry Tour event. So we'll continue to follow them, of course, but both of them are in great shape, and they must be pretty good at this golf thing. Also, a congratulations goes out in order to our boy here, Rich Cappalli, for winning the member last week at King's Crossing. We would have posted results, but someone didn't send them to me, so nothing I can do. But Rich did win the tournament. They let him win one.
Also, shout out to my partner Joe, my brother-in-law, Joe LaValle.
Shout out to partner Joe.
It was
the better Joe, other than me.
Well, he was the better Joe and the best ball, and then after that the scramble and the alternate shot we pretty much handled pretty good. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good day. Good pairing with Mike and Chapman. So it was fun. We're actually teaming up in the Turkey Trot on November 5th, I believe. So my dad might be a little mad that I'm not playing with him, but it is what it is. He'll suck it up.
Hey, you gotta stick with who wins.
Yeah.
So good.
That's what we were legitimately sitting on one of the tee boxes, like, hey, we'd be a really good scramble team for the Turkey Trot. It was like, all right, sign me up, let's go. So
yep. So congrats are in order to you. So a big W. They let you win one. You won by one shot. You guys grinded it out.
One shot over
after-
Jason Smith.
After you had your head up your ass for the first session, which is
Oh, the first session was awful, awful.
And then you guys got together in the alternate shot, which is a tough format, and two-man scramble. How sneaky tough is a two-man scramble? I mean, you have done it before. It's not as easy as you might think. I mean, I guess if you both hit good shots. I mean, I'm just talking about just in general.
So let me
I find it sneaky difficult.
Let's pause the two-man scramble. Let's go to the alternate shot. So
I hate
the way well, it's different though. The way Peter does it is he does a select drive alternate shot. So you both tee off, select a drive, and then you alternate in. So some clubs,
it's not a Ryder Cup alternate shot where they literally alternate.
Exactly. You legitimately have to like stand on the tee box and be like, oh, you need to hit this drive right now or this tee shot. So sometimes I'd rather it be that way because it's more cutthroat. It's more like gangster. You know what I mean? I'd prefer to like stand on, I don't know, the 9th hole at Kirkbrae and be like, Joe, I need you to hit a tee shot onto the green. You know what I mean? I'd rather have that than, both of us hit a shot, but to each his own.
And then I promptly hook said tee shot way left into the driving range.
Into the driving range, and then we make a 7.
Yeah.
But
sorry,
no,
Rich.
It's bet you think twice about me taking me on that thing, But yeah, no, the select drive alternate shot, it's fun. But me and my brother-in-law, I mean, obviously we play together every weekend, multiple times a week. We know our games. We know which shots we can hit. We know how we are around the greens, how we putt, everything like that. I mean, I don't think that we've played alternate shot in more than one over for 9 holes. So that's where we gain a lot of ground on the competition. So congratulations to him. And yeah, it was a fun weekend.
Absolutely. So yeah, congratulations.
Oh, let's get to this to the scramble too. Yeah, the two-man scramble is very
that's what
the two-man scramble is crazy because if the first guy misses, that puts a lot of pressure on the second guy. It's always the old adage like, oh, you put one out there for me, you know what I mean? Which is what we kind of did, on a lot of holes. I took 3-wood hybrid or a 4-iron, and just put it out there. But there was a couple times where I was feeling it and I went for it and I missed it and I put it in my brother-in-law's lap, and it was a little nerve-wracking. Thankfully he made the shots, but yeah, I think the for me the more nerve-wracking one was the two-man scramble, just because of that, because we were feeling it. I was feeling it. I was playing well after the debacle on the best ball thing. Best score is a different thing entirely. But yeah, the two-man scramble is tough because if you screw up your first tee shot, that puts it solely in the second guy's hands.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, congrats to you guys. So a big W for you. What's that? Your second or third win this year? Did you win something early this season? I thought you won something early this year. Was that last year?
I think it was last year.
No,
I had a couple dubs last year.
I thought. Because I put on Facebook how many wins can Rich have this year. I thought you won.
Oh, I think I might have had one earlier in the year. I don't remember what it was though. Yeah. But yeah, last year was a couple of big ones.
Yeah. Maybe it was last year. I thought you had won something earlier this year. And
I think you might have just put that up. I think you might have just put that up at the beginning of the year, the beginning of the golf season.
Maybe. Either way. So congrats to you on your win. For me, for those that care about my personal golf, we have the big Stan Baluik tournament this weekend at Kirkbrae. So obviously it's a great tournament for one of the coolest people you'll ever talk to. And,
absolutely.
And the best part is Stan is still alive and kicking, and he's still got his wines going. So
boy Stan.
So Saturday is 27 holes match play, and then Sunday is 18 with the championship playoff in the afternoon. So it should be a good 2 days of golf. Hopefully my dad and I play well. Hopefully he specifically plays well. He's not having a good year.
Hey, it happens, man.
And
It's-
hopefully we're in.
I've been there.
I think we'll be in the Division Z. So hopefully we'll get some good matchups. I could be in Scotty Boy's division. You have to come watch that.
Oh, head to head, let's go.
So you never know. He's playing with.
You gotta let me know. So
he's playing with Mr. Kevin Cunningham. So we'll see what happens.
Oh boy.
So we'll see what happens with that.
So I need you to do me a favor. I'm going to Kenny Chesney on Saturday night, and I hope to play Sunday morning because she's going to a baby shower. So I'm going to be a man. I'm going to suck it up. Going to play there. You got to text me where you guys are at, and I want to show up if you guys are like in contention because that would be awesome if you're in the same division. You know,
hopefully we'll be in contention. Well, either way, hopefully we'll be in contention, no matter what division we're in. So we'll see. Yeah. It's match play, best ball. We have a huge field. It's one of the biggest turnouts they've ever had for the Stan Baluik tournament. I think there's over 120 teams.
I wish they'd let guests in because I would love to play in that.
So yeah, it's exciting, but should be a good 2 days. Obviously, always great to honor Stan every chance you get, and he's 89 now, so there's only not to be.
Wow, I did not know that. That's crazy.
Not to be morbid, but there's only so many years left.
No, I know
on the ticker, yeah. So it's great to have him still here. So it should be a great week. So we'll keep everybody updated. I'm sure I'll have some social media content in the works. I already have some social media content in the works. It's just a matter of if I do it or not. But that's another story. Because last week I repurposed all my interviews with Steve Scott and Armin Katian for the US Amateur. So it worked out pretty good, whatever. It's a few cheap clicks. That's
whatever.
But yeah, so we have that going on this week. So super exciting. And obviously we'll continue to track Q School and continue to track club championships as they wind down. Jansen Vargas won the Foster Club Championship. I believe Max Jackson is playing for the Pawtucket Country Club Championship. So we'll track that. And then also, I don't know if we've had a podcast since, but congrats to
one
Kylie.
more, baby. Let's go.
Would you win now? This kid's betting over here while we're doing the podcast. So
yeah,
see, I do the podcast and you bet.
I got a day baseball parlay. I need one more to hit my second leg.
Oh boy. That could depend on how many drinks you're buying tonight and how many drinks I'm buying tonight.
Isn't that the truth? Oh boy. Need one in the Cubs and Cards. Let's go.
So yeah. I think we did. It was last. Never mind. I was gonna say congrats to Kylie, winning the Kirkbrae Women's Club Championship, but we already talked about that last week.
And solidifying her use of her parking spot now.
Yes, the first time she can finally use her parking. So yeah. So there's that. So lots of local stuff going on. Still some great golf left ahead of us. Not so much for big tournament wise, but just playing wise. Obviously, the fall is best time of year. We finally got some rain, so everyone can stop complaining about the rain now. We done with rain for the rest of the summer. Let's go back.
Dude, we got what 3 months of rain in 2 days. It's crazy.
Let's go back. Let's go back to the drought. I'm good with it. We're good. So
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Well, the storm knocked out my cable and internet on Tuesday night.
Did it really?
Wow. It just knocked out cable internet. So thankfully,
that's crazy.
So every time that happens, I get annoyed because obviously I kind of need a computer.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well,
I
just want to watch TV at least to pass the time.
So thankfully, I was able to use my phone as a hotspot, and I watched the Billy Andrade ceremony on my phone, and I used it to write the 2 or 3 things I had left to write that night. So that was annoying, but whatever. And also congrats to Billy. If you haven't seen the speech, our boy Billy Andre with the Payne Stewart Award, he gave a great speech. Lots of round and shout outs. We actually put
completely surprised by it, by the way, when he first heard about it.
Yeah, that was cool how they surprised him. Did you see the clip with him and Larry David? And how Larry David
that was awesome. That was great.
you were runner up for this Larry David most selfish person award.
I love Larry David. He's so funny. Oh man.
So congrats to Billy, obviously huge supporter of Golf News RI. So congrats to him. He gave a great speech, lots of Rhode Island shout outs in it. So everybody would appreciate it. If you haven't seen it, you can actually watch the full speech. In fact, you can actually watch the full ceremony. I think it's the full ceremony that we posted on our website. I believe it's the full ceremony. So you can check that out. Jay Monahan gets some cool comments about Rhode Island and one of autonomy and the Meeting Street School and different things. All you Brad Faxon haters probably won't like it too much, but he's there as well, along with Stuart Sink and some others. So it was a cool thing to watch. Albeit I had to watch it on my phone because of the stupid storm, but nonetheless, it was a cool thing to watch. If you haven't seen it, check it out on our website. I'm sure it's probably you can probably find it on YouTube by now anyway, but it's on our website. I believe it's the whole ceremony. So congrats to Billy. It's a big deal, obviously, that award. And so he gave some cool comments and some cool stories about how Arnold Palmer was the first one to win that award, and Palmer held the door open for some kid from Rhode Island to walk through. So it was kind of a neat speech. So congrats to Billy. So that's kind of the local stuff that we have going on. Obviously, as we talk about the Q School stuff, we'll continue to follow that. I guess it's a pretty easy game. I guess I don't know what everyone.
I mean, yeah, to some people, I guess it's pretty easy, you know.
I don't even know why I wrote like a whole preview and stuff. If these kids are just gonna like finish it,
It's just too easy. Let's go.
I was thinking we had a track. I was thinking we had a track like what place they're in and what's the cut and this stuff. It's like, well, they're in first place. Anyway. So anyway, there's that.
You want to take a break real quick?
Yeah, my dad is Facebook messaging me political stuff. I don't understand
I was
why.
I was wondering what you were looking at.
No, somebody Facebook messaged me, so I was like, you never know. I mean, not that I
Yeah,
know.
of course. Yeah.
But then it's my dad messaging me political things of all things. Like, why?
No, not right
I mean,
now.
you would have appreciated what he said.
I probably would have.
I could care less, as you know. It's not my thing. I try very hard to stay away from all that stuff. But anyway, so we do have a programming announcement coming up. This is a real programming announcement. It's not a joke. So we do have a programming announcement.
For real. It's not fake.
It's a real programming announcement coming up. So we will get to that after this message from, us. This is the Golf Dudes Podcast. We'll be right back. Billy Andre joins the show. Billy, thanks so much for doing this, and we appreciate you taking the time.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I'm very excited to be joined by an 11-time Emmy Award winner, and that is Armin Katayan. Massachusetts Women's Amateur Champion Allison Paik.
The days of the country club just being golf and maybe one amenity are gone. Unfortunately, Metacomet doesn't have those.
He has a very rare condition called kyphoscoliotic Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And at the time of diagnosis, there was only 60 documented cases in the world.
I mean, we legitimately played the last 4 holes at Newport National. You could not see 50 yards.
And welcome back to another episode of the Golf Dudes Podcast. Happy Thursday again. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone's is getting ready to have a great weekend, and hope you're all playing this weekend. So looking forward to seeing those results and those pictures and everything else that comes along with playing golf. So again, Rich got a big win last week. I'm hoping to get which will be a monstrous win this week.
Monumental.
Stan Baluik tournament means you get your name on the wall forever. So that'd be quite something if that happened. But let's take it. We gotta get to the first hole first. So let's see. But still lots going on. Both of us are still kind of in competitive mode as far as our golf schedules. So it's been obviously fun, and I will continue to be in competitive mode as far as Golf News RI goes. Next week, as we found out just this morning. And I was kind of like waiting for the announcement. I'm like, this has got to be coming at some point.
So next week, bit of eye crusties in my eyes when I saw the email.
So this is the programming note, and we continue our summer of Golf News RI. Next week we'll be attending the LIV Golf Invitational at the International in Boston with media credentials, and we'll in all likelihood be doing the podcast live from the International on Thursday. 'Cause I think it's just going to be too much to edit the video and then put it.
Oh
up.
yeah, just do it live.
So,
Yep.
So we'll do a podcast live from the International. I'll let you know. We'll let you know what time it's going to be on. We don't obviously know that yet, but we are going to the International next week. After I went to the U.S. Open a few months ago, and this time Rich is actually coming with me. He, for some reason, we gave him a credential. They'll see
I didn't get left out this time.
So we're both excited. Obviously, big news. We'll have tons of content planned. We'll start the planning stuff this weekend. But we're both excited to go to LIV Golf next week. And I know, Rich, you're super excited because this is your first dip into the actual media world, other than just podcasting. So I know you're pretty pumped, and you texted me, and I called you like almost like at the same time.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny. So I know you're pretty excited. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah. Well, I was in bed. Email got sent at like 9:20. Got a little crusties in my eyes, scrolling through my email, making sure I didn't miss anything. And I deleted everything that was garbage. And then all of a sudden I got a new email notification as I was in my email. So I was like, oh, like, what the hell is this? Oh, LIV Golf, whatever. I thought it was just a, what's it called? Like a promo to sell tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh, here's your media credentials for next week. I was like, oh, shit, let's go. So I let it marinate a little bit. I was like, I kept reading the email. I'm like, oh, this is going to be freaking awesome. Let's go, And then I let it marinate for about like 45 minutes. And I was like, I got to text Joe because apparently he hasn't seen his email yet. So as soon as I hit the send button on the text message, his name pops up on my call log. Let's go. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I know you said you're gonna get there on Wednesday. I'm gonna be there Thursday, Friday, Sunday. I got to work on Saturday, unfortunately. So, but yeah, Labor Day weekend. Torch. I mean, everything's over as far as PGA is concerned for this year. So, we're gonna have pretty much unbridled access to DJ, Brooks, Bryson, Phil. I'm particularly excited to see Pat Perez. But yeah, a little bit of Ian Poulter, maybe, hopefully. Lee Westwood, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, super excited and extremely grateful that you put it in and we got accepted,
Yeah, so pretty awesome. So to go from the U.S. Open to LIV, I'm interested in just how different it's going to be from what I hear.
Oh yeah,
it feels like LIV is kind of like
going from the U.S. Open
party.
to LIV. Like, what the hell?
But it's gonna be interesting to compare and contrast the two events as media members.
Victor just put his tee shot in the water. That's no good. Sorry about that.
Oh, it even bounced in the water, huh?
Yeah. Oh, so I forgot we're not doing it live, so they don't care.
That's all right.
Oh,
they probably watched it.
I completely forgot that we were doing it live.
That's all right. For those that are wondering, we're taping this at about 4:00 in the afternoon, and the East Lake tournament is on the Tour Championship. So Rich is watching.
Sorry about that.
He's got all his bets going to figure out how many drinks he's buying from the boys. It should be interesting. Obviously, as I was talking to you about from where we were at when I went to the U.S. Open, and it was pretty heavy then, to where we are now is a complete 180 and has been taken up a few levels because now is obviously a real thing. There's lawsuits now. There's other lawsuits. There's probably more lawsuits coming. There's supposedly 7 more guys that are going to join the LIV Tour after the FedEx Cup, according to reports. So it's going to be a completely different atmosphere now from the other side of it. The U.S. Open was very much the PGA Tour side of things. Now this is going to be the completely other side of it. So I think the whole thing is just going to be fascinating. I think the press conferences on Wednesday and Thursday mornings are going to be kind of intense. I mean, the filmmakers and press conferences.
I'm thinking about stuff right now as we speak.
I mean, the Phil Mickelson press conference that I went to at the U.S. Open was one of the most uncomfortable press conferences I've ever been in, and I've been in a few doozies. The Tom Brady, the Deflategate one, the Belichick Deflategate one. There've been a few doozies, and that was the most uncomfortable press conference I've ever been in my life. And this is probably going to be similar.
Not for nothing. you gotta think of it from your aspect too. Obviously, you do the boatload of the work. You do the boatload of the writing and the interviews and all that. But you got to think about like you pretty much single handedly got yourself into the U.S. Open. I understand. I completely understand why I wasn't selected. But you're going from the U.S. Open at Brookline, which is one of the most historic. Check your shirt out. One of the most historic venues and iconic venues, which they're probably going to go back to every 3 or 4 or 5 years. To one of the most controversial, historic, BS, whatever the heck you want to call it, events, corporations, group, tournament, whatever in history. So you've had yourself quite a summer. You covered the U.S. Open for 7 days or 8 days, whatever the hell it was, and now you're going to the International in Bolton with me to cover on a super controversial league, whether it be who's financing it, who's in it, who defected, all this. Not to mention who's going to defect after Sunday because of the Tour Championship. I mean, it's just going to be absolutely insane, and I don't want to say I commend LIV for doing it, but I mean, there could not have been a better day or better weekend to do it on Labor Day weekend, the weekend after the Tour Championship. So there's no golf at all until I think Century
October,
or Tigers thing or whatever.
Well, the Zozo is in October, right?
Oh, the Zozo's in October.
And the President's Cup is shortly.
The President's Cup and all that. Yeah, true. You're right. But
your point is mostly valid.
You know what I mean? It couldn't have been better. You know what I mean? So I am, regardless of the politics of it or the human nature aspect of it, I'm excited for the content aspect of it. I want to go there. I want to see what's going on. I want to feel the atmosphere. I don't know what the capacity is going to be like, given the fact that it's Labor Day weekend. It's the last full weekend of the year. People want to spend time with their family, go boating, whatever. But we'll see. I'm excited. It's a great venue. And I'm just excited to be a part of it next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. So thanks for the kind words.
Of course.
It's gonna be cool. And listen, I mean, I don't know if we'll get any pushback for going to cover it. Probably not. I hope not.
It is what it is. It's our job to cover it.
It's our job to go and cover it. It's a local event.
And my eyes will be wide open for everything.
I'm hoping from a local perspective. I'm hoping Peter Uihlein plays. That'd be cool.
That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Give some sort of local angle to it. Obviously, he won the Northeast Amateur, and I mean, so did some of these other guys too. So I mean, but Uihlein is a local guy. He's from Massachusetts.
It's more of our bread and butter.
I don't know if he's going to be in the field or not. I'm not sure. He's kind of fallen off the face of the earth after he finished third place in the first one.
Well, the whole thing is that as
more players go there,
these guys get pushed down to the back.
So I think the whole thing's gonna be fascinating. I'm excited to go there. I'm gonna leave very early on Wednesday morning and try to figure it all out, and then I'll come back Thursday with you, and hopefully I'll have some sort of idea of what we're doing. And then the actual tournament is all shotgun start. So unlike with the U.S. Open,
we're only there for like 4 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah, unlike in the U.S. Open, when I was at Brookline until like almost 8 o'clock every night. This won't be quite like that. I mean, we'll still be. Well, I don't want to say. I haven't really.
No, we'll be there. We'll be there late, but it won't be. It'll be. We'll know what time we're leaving.
Yeah, and I'm assuming all the press conferences will be kind of one after another. There's not going to be times and stuff. So as long as I'm just hoping with the press conference, I'm just hoping that it's like the US Open where you would go to the press conference and then you would literally have the transcript like 2 minutes later. So you don't have to make any notes, you don't have to record anything. You just the transcript, you just copy and paste into the article and boom, you're done. So
That's it.
Hopefully that is the case. I'm sure it will be. And
I feel like it'd be that easy, you know.
They're gonna have us tons of pictures for us to use and video content for us to use too. So I'll figure out how to use all that and if to use it or whatever. But so yeah, so super excited. So next week we'll be coming to you from the LIV Golf Invitational at the International in Massachusetts. So we'll have content regarding that starting probably, well, depending on who, if there really are all these defections, probably Sunday night. If all these people are really defected and are all scheduled.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, probably like Sunday night, Monday morning.
We might have content coming to you on Sunday night in some way, shape, or form. And that I guess depends on who it is too. Cam Smith obviously would be a big name, especially if he wins the FedEx Cup. Imagine if he wins the FedEx Cup and says, "Oh, I'm going to live." So yeah,
I won all that needs to be won. I'm going. Let's go.
So I guess he seems to be the name that everyone's focused on. So we'll see. But
I mean that Cam Young. I mean Cam Young's been in the. This is his rookie year, so I mean he's been playing absolutely lights out. At the end
not
of the
to the
season.
same that he used it, but Scotty Scheffler literally just sculled one out of the bunker across the green.
Is that what it was? I was like paying attention to you, but like seeing that.
Now he's way back here. So he's in trouble.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yep. I think he just hit it out of the bunker. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's this is gonna Eastlake is nuts.
Yeah. So
that's gotta be bucket list for us too, as either as a company or as a friendship. We definitely got to go to the tour championship at Eastlake.
Well, now that we can show the PGA Tour that we got LIV Golf credentials, they'll definitely let us in.
Yeah, that'll be on your resume. Excuse me, guys. I've seen that you applied and got and went to the LIV at the LIV Golf tournament at Boston, so you're denied.
Yeah. So
yeah, good luck me getting Augusta tickets too, right?
So next week we'll come to you from the International starting. We'll be at the International starting Wednesday, and like we just talked about, we'll probably have content regarding it, assuming these people really do defect. Probably Sunday night into Monday morning. We'll go from there. I played the International earlier this year. It's a long walk if you're going to walk, so it'll be interesting to see what the layout of it is, as far as the stands and things like that, because it's not like all together, as we saw from the map.
The further away you go, the more grouped the holes are, which is weird.
So it'll be interesting to see the layout of it and how many families. They're still pumping tickets, so
yeah,
to see what.
Yeah, well, what did I say it was? It was $49 a day, $115 for the weekend. So you're pretty much getting the third day for $15. So it's not that bad. Obviously, you can check on the LIV Golf website for other means, whether it's the Club 54 and all that stuff, like better seats and hospitality. But yeah, I thought $49 a day, not bad. And then 115 for the 3-pack for the weekend. I don't think that's bad at all.
Yeah. So as we get ready to go to the LIV, I think it's just this whole battle between the PGA Tour and LIV is just in a crazy place, which really makes going to LIV next week even more like fascinating. I think
especially the week after the Tour Championship.
Right. So like I said, I think the press conference is going to be contentious. I think they're going to be intense.
Oh, Scotty missed the putt. Oh, he lipped out.
Yep. There you go. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You screamed so loud that your audio cut out. So hopefully everyone appreciates your enthusiasm. But yeah, so
wow.
And, now this week has been a week won by you could say won, quote unquote, by the PGA Tour. They've already made all these changes. They had that big meeting with Tiger Woods. But I think my jumping off point is, and my jumping off question to you is, has LIV already won? No matter what happens going forward, have they already won?
150%. Absolutely.
I agree.
So-
that's how I kind of feel.
So
I mean, they forced the PGA Tour to completely facelift their whole friggin' thing.
So Phil put the PGA Tour on blast and got what he wanted, but he defected. But he also got what he wanted when he was putting them on blast, type of thing. That doesn't really make sense, but Phil called out the PGA Tour to get where they are now. Does that make sense? That's like I'm trying to make sense of it. So
But Rory admitted as much in his press conference earlier this week. He said that Phil had some valid points. He just went about them the wrong way, which
he
is
just
went about
attacked
them
it.
in a terrible
He attacked
way,
it in a terrible way. Absolutely.
So
So without the 25, 30, 40, 50, $100 million sign-on bonuses, LIV won. The PGA is doing I think it was what if you're a non-exempt member of the PGA Tour for a tournament, you're gonna make at least $5,000, I think. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Per tournament. So
if you missed
that's
the
gonna
cut.
at least
Even
that's
if you
gonna
missed the
at
cut.
least
Yeah.
if you miss the cut. So that's gonna at least cover your hotel and your flight and some of your caddy expenses. So why wasn't this done before? Why did
there was no reason to do.
there was no reason to. There was no reason for them to push this out. So
well, like Rory said in his press conference, I just watched all these press conferences this morning in preparation for the show. Roy was asked that why it wasn't done before. He said, well, if you think about it, he goes, golf rode Tiger Woods for 20 plus years and it was fine. Then the pandemic hit and it was terrible for everybody, but golf was booming for whatever reason, because it was a safe sport. Then now there's suddenly as a competitor, and it's kind of bringing out kind of all the, I don't want to say problems, because the problems is a relative term, but the stuff that was wrong with the PGA Tour, and that's why they kind of never really have done this before, because they never really needed to do it before.
No, I know.
So it's a fascinating thing. Obviously, there's a bunch of changes with the PGA Tour. Jay Monahan sent out a huge memo earlier this week, I think on Wednesday, actually, and held a press conference yesterday. So that whole thing is, the tour is all changed now. I'm waiting for them to announce that the top 5 or top 10 or whatever in the PGA Tour U rankings go right to the PGA Tour instead of the Korn Ferry Tour, as Rich quits the show. No, I'm just kidding. So that's what I hope they do, because obviously that would affect Patrick Welch. So that's one thing that I hope they do, but I think it's interesting. I think it's just in a completely different place than it was at the US Open. They're now lawsuits, so I'm sure Patrick Reed is going to be grilled about his lawsuit against Brandel Chambly and the Golf Channel. There's obviously the big lawsuit, the big antitrust suit that involves Mickelson and all those guys against the PGA Tour, which is going to be heard, I guess, in January of 2024, they said. And then it was tweeted today that Patrick Reed's lawyer, who is a bit of a sketchy guy, they want Tiger Woods and Jay Monahan and Roy McIlroy to testify under oath at the trial, which apparently is on September 21st. So there you go. So it's just in a completely different place. It's just a fascinating thing. Now the other news that kind of goes with it, because Tiger Woods and Roy McIlroy launched another venture called Tomorrow Sports, which we put up, and they're going to do this TGL. I'm not sure what TGL stands for, but they're going to do a Monday Night Golf League, and
the golf league, maybe.
The golf league, yeah. It's going to be like team. It's going to be team event. I wonder where they got that from. And then it'll be like all these teams, and it's going to be in stadiums, but it's all on a simulator, which I think simulators are stupid. I mean,
but it's something. It's
something different, and it looks like there's not all simulator. It looks like it's not all simulator. It looks like it's like the putting and chipping is in person. It looks like
from
the shots of it. So
I mean, it's something. At least Liv is getting them to try different things that they would have never thought about if they were just standalone. You know what I mean?
yeah. So
Even if it fails, who cares? At least you guys tried something different. You know?
mm-hmm. I mean, I do think there's an element of looking forward to virtual stuff. Like, I get it. I just think who's gonna. I mean, I guess people would buy it. I mean, you say who's gonna buy tickets? Well, I would buy a ticket to go see Tiger Woods.
I hate heading off a simulator in general. It's awful.
But would you buy a ticket to go watch Tiger Woods and Roy McIlroy put on a stripe show in a simulator in perfect conditions?
Anybody would.
So it's like, why would anybody go see that? But we would probably be the first one signed up to go see that. We'd be decked out in Tiger Woods gear.
Yeah.
But
pay a couple $100 for it. Screw it, you know.
It's kind of crazy that you're gonna watch someone hit the ball in the simulator, but hey, if it comes to the Civics, the Providence Civic Center, soon to be the Mika Mutual Pavilion,
the old dunk, old Civic Center.
According to reports, before my girlfriend kills me, you know, you know, I guess I probably got. I don't imagine they're coming to Providence, but you get the point. So
no, probably not.
Probably not, but maybe Gillette. Gillette's not Gillette. TD Garden.
I mean, Gillette's huge. Gillette is huge.
Reasonable.
That's a big property. So
those are probably reasonable places that something like that would go to. So
I mean, they did that like Top Golf simulator at not Top Golf simulator, Top Golf range. I think they did it
Fenway.
At City Field.
And Fenway. They did one at Fenway.
They did it at Fenway. They did it at City Field. I think they did it like San Francisco. So I mean,
yeah.
I mean, as long as Liv is making the PGA think about stuff, and even if the PGA puts a bad product out, at least they're thinking about stuff. Like the PGA has been so stagnant. They've done what? One team event and what? Two or three match play events. I think it's 2 for the past 10 years or something like that. At least if Liv is making the PGA think about doing something different, then it's kind of a win situation, right?
Yeah, and I think it makes them competition breeds competition. Good.
Yeah, and it breeds better competition. You know what I mean? So as long as they're making them think that they're close on their ass, you know, on their hindquarters, you know, then I mean they're doing their job, I guess, right?
Yeah. I think I said from the beginning, I think the whole situation is fascinating. It's been fun to follow. Obviously, I'd rather not write about legal stuff and legal terms, so I try to avoid that a little bit. But
no, of course, that's
certainly that's quickly becoming part of the whole situation, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so next week we'll be coming to you live from the LIV Golf event. Again, I don't really have all the details yet as far as what exactly we're doing, but it'll be some of the US Open. We'll have tons of content.
We'll figure it out.
Other stuff, press conferences, and more. So so if you're going, feel free to shoot us a message and we'll come say hi. Or maybe you don't want to say hi to us. I don't know. But we'll let you know how it goes by Wednesday afternoon. I'm figuring by Wednesday afternoon I'll have a pretty good idea of where everything is and where to go and kind of thing, and then we'll come back on Thursday and do a podcast from there at some point and go from there. So super exciting stuff. Again, I think it's one of the most, I mean, you have talk radio, regular like national talk radio, like the Rich Eisen show and Dan Patrick show talking about this. Like this now, like almost in a bad way, golf has become like a major topic on national sports radio. And football season is right around the corner, and it's still probably going to be a significant.
Yeah, because they got what? They have 3 events after the Tour Championship?
LIV does.
No,
yeah.
4? 3.
I think 4.
4. Yeah.
Because they got Boston, they got Miami, they have Chicago. Then they have that Jeddah one that no one knows.
Jeddah, yeah.
So they still have 4 tournaments, and 3 of them in the major cities: Boston, Miami, and Chicago.
Yeah. Nobody wants to go to Chicago either, but.
Well, that's probably true. but you know what I mean. Two of the major,
Yeah.
2 or 3 of the major, sports cities, and the Miami one is at Doral, which obviously.
I mean, that's just a epic course.
So yeah, so that's pretty exciting stuff, for sure. Again, to go from, like you were saying, to go from the U.S. Open to live golf is going to be quite something. We'll have to,
Like you said, we're gonna have to do.
I'll do a compare and contrast, but I feel like it's gonna be mostly contrast.
Yeah. Like we're gonna have to do the podcast, like you said, with like the Foo Fighters or some like EDM music blasting in the background.
Hopefully not. Hopefully that was just a sarcastic tweet by Alan Shipnuck, but I feel like it wasn't. It was really just make that up. So I hope that's not the case. But whatever, we'll figure it out. We'll do something. But either way, so yeah, that's coming next week. So we're excited for that. I'll start planning for that probably this weekend. In between winning the Stan Baluik and putting other content up. So we'll have a better idea, game plan for it coming next week, but we're super excited for that. Also, the other thing I'm excited for, or at least the plan is, obviously, of course, we've been promoting it, but Shore Golf Performance and Physical Therapy is doing a free workshop on Tuesday night. It's going to feature Todd Campbell, who does the Learning Center there, and Michael Edwards, who does do the physical therapy stuff. So they're doing a free workshop on Tuesday night. That's all the golf swing and all the stuff that good golfers do. So our the plan is to stream the workshop live on Facebook and potentially Instagram on Tuesday from 7 to 8. So assuming that the tests go well, I'm going up there on Monday afternoon to test it. Test the Wi-Fi and the streaming and see what it looks like. That would be something cool to do. So again, it'd be Todd Campbell talking, and he'll be talking about swinging and demonstrate. He has a guy demonstrating kind of what he's talking about. So it'll be kind of in-depth like golf swing stuff for people that are into that. And then Michael Edwards is going to do some of the physical therapy stuff and everything. So it should be interesting. It should be good. Hopefully the stream looks good, but I'll confirm that on Monday. And we'll let you all know, but probably starting around 7 o'clock on Tuesday night, we'll be at Cranston Country Club for the free workshop. And there'll be food and drinks there and everything he's having. So he has about 6 or 7 people signed up, which is only a small like booth. So that's a pretty good number. So we're looking forward to that. But obviously the big news was the LIV Golf, and we're going to that next week. And obviously that's pretty exciting. So we'll have previews, we'll have daily recaps at least, and then we'll have some social media stuff. We'll have some live hits depending on what's going on, and maybe we'll have some podcast guests in the form of other media like David Faraday or Alan Shipnuck. So it'd be good to see my newfound media friends that I met at the U.S. Open. So looking forward to seeing all those guys again, and I'm assuming they'll all be there because there's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to cover. So it should be fun. So we'll talk to you all from then. Rich, I don't know if you have anything else that you wanted to add. I know you're watching your parlays.
Go, Matty Fitz almost made an ace. Oh,
You didn't even like the swing.
No, he didn't. He said he hated it. What a shot! Holy crap!
US Open champ.
Yeah. So as we stand right now, it's 4:30 on Thursday. Scheffler has what at 10 under?
Lead. Huh?
A 3-shot lead at 10 under. So that's
No, he's 12 under.
Oh, 12 under? Sorry.
Oh, maybe he's a 4-shot lead then. He's 12 under, 8 under.
Yeah.
But he started the day at 10. So
yeah.
He's not doing not doing much.
Yeah. So that's all I got. Enjoy the weather. It's supposed to be nice this weekend. And that's all I got.
Yeah, so we will talk to you next week from the LIV Golf Invitational in Boston. Until then, obviously, we'll keep you covered all weekend long with obviously, my own tournament. It's Stan Baluik results. I'll also be doing some content. I'm going to repurpose my interview with Stan Baluik from last year. I'll put that kind of back up, and I'm getting good at this Instagram story stuff, but I screwed up the one last week. That was frustrating. And then we'll do we'll have obviously the Tour Championship recap There'll be tons of defections. We'll have obviously the Q school things covered, but it looks like Davis and Chris are doing just fine. They don't need my help again this week. And they look like they're gonna be moving on to stage 1 of Q school qualifying. So the grind continues for them. So yeah, so that's all we got. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks to everyone for the support. And again, keep an eye out for content coming next week from the LIV Golf Invitational in Boston. We'll tell you what it's like. If it's cool, we'll say it's cool. If it's kind of stupid, we'll say it's kind of stupid. I'm not sure it's going to be the second thing, but you never know. Who knows? So it should be fun to go to.
We may be partying.
Yeah, well, if Dustin Johnson and Brooks Koepka invite us to their post game party with Paulina and
I can't remember what her name is. Emily.
Sims.
Sims. Yeah, Jenna.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenna. Yeah.
Well, you know the about so about that. But yeah, so we'll talk to you all next week from the LIV Golf Invitational at the International in Boston. It seems like there's still tickets available if you wanted to go. So it should be interesting. It's gonna be fascinating to say the least. If nothing else, we're gonna get some interesting content out of it for sure. So anyway, enjoy the rest of the Tour Championship. Enjoy the weekend. Good luck to everyone playing your rounds this week. If you're playing into something competitive, best of luck to you. Rich, have fun at Kenny Chesney.
Yeah. Sunday. Saturday is going to be it's 2 years in the making, so it's going to be fun.
There you go. So party hard. Hopefully you remember the concert. You don't get too wasted, but
beer only.
Yeah, but have fun of that, and we will talk to you throughout the weekend and next week. See you guys all later. Peace.